The transfer window in England is closed, and I want to talk about every single Arsenal signing and outgoing in Andrea Berta's first window in charge of Arsenal as technical director. Even though the transfer window has ended, Andrea Berta still has two key things to do: re-sign Bukayo Saka and William Saliba on long-term contracts. But he's done everything he can to get those deals over the line with the transfer market. This summer was actually unprecedented, as the Arsenal Indonos claimed, as Andrea Berta gave Arteta 8 new signings: a backup goalkeeper, 2 backup defenders, a backup midfielder, but 4 first-team players that benefited the team. This is the top 8 Arsenal signings. Let me know what you think. At number 8, we've got a meme in Christian Nagel. He joined Arsenal from Brentford for £11 million after the departures of Jorginho and a player that's at Villarreal. I don't want to talk about him. He is going to be a backup centre mid for Arsenal. He's played many a times for Brentford, over 100 appearances in the Premier League, with Thomas Frank's most important player being captain, and for a versatile option should he get minutes. The reason why I'm a bit disappointed with this transfer is because Jorginho left for Flamengo. Look, I'd rather have kept Jorginho, and Norgard is a bit of a downgrade on him. However, he was Thomas Frank's captain, and they done really well together at Brentford. Like, they were mid-table for a good while, having come up from the Championship, and he's had some decent appearances in the Premier League. He's an experienced player, but 31 years old. He's currently injured. Hopefully we'll see him prove me wrong in the Carabao Cup games, but I can't help but look at this guy as an El Neni alternative. But for £11 million, a couple of seasons, he could do well. We see how it goes. Mikel Arteta needed a proper backup goalkeeper, and he got it, with Kepa Arrizabalaga joining from Chelsea. £5 million isn't a bad transfer considering of his experience. Yes, he flopped hard at Chelsea. He signed for them for £71 million. But he did have good low spells recently with Real Madrid winning the Champions League and Bournemouth. He got first team football, 8 clean sheets, and he helped the likes of Zabani and Dean Huijsen play really well, where they got moves to 2 of the best clubs in world football, PSG and Real Madrid. To be fair, he is a reliable backup goalkeeper should David Raya get injured. But it is another Chelsea transfer, but a good transfer that benefits both parties. Bournemouth did try to sign him, by the way, and he would have actually been a decent signing for Manchester United, all things considered. And at number 6, it is Noni Madueke. Like, we signed him for Chelsea for £51 million. This was before Eze deal was signed. The Arsenal fans were overreactionary on a player that rejected playing in a Club World Cup to play for Arsenal, to have a medical at Arsenal Football Club. And I can't lie, I was really, really surprised and proud of that, because it's like, wow, he chose Arsenal. He made sure to come to Arsenal. He could have been playing in one of the biggest games in world football, but no, he's at the Emirates. It was crazy. He was one of our better players in the 1-0 defeat to Liverpool. He had 2 shots on target in that game. He caused some problems with Gyokeres, and I think his tactical style for Arteta is very good. He's dynamic. He's a maverick on the ball, pacey, rapid. If he improves his end product and gets goals and assists, he will prove Chelsea fans wrong, because they think £51 million is a very good sale. Look, it is £20 million profit on Chelsea's point of view, but it's a valuable investment from Arsenal's point of view, where he is 23 years old. But will he be playing left wing or right wing? We shall see. I think he's a backup to Saka, a good backup at that, and a deal that benefits both parties. In at number 5, I've gone with Christian Mosquera for £13 million. Mosquera at number 5, the reason being, was it an exciting signing at the time? I wasn't too sure, but the price tag is a very good fee, and he was absolutely class against Hugo Ekitike at Anfield, even though we lost 1-0. He was never at fault for anything. He's a bruiser, strong, tall, quite agile on the ball. He's got good pace on him, plays a right back as well. needs to adapt, learn the language better, and he could be a top tier player for Arsenal. £13 million is a wonderful steal, and once he improves, if Saliba stays, signs a new contract, and Mosquera does want to leave and can't get ahead of him, we could be doubling that transfer fee, maybe even tripling it. There is definitely a talented player there that deserves first team minutes. If Ben White does leave Arsenal next summer, we could see Mosquera as a right back and Arsenal get a right centre back to help ease the players in. I do really like him. I do think he's a good player for Arsenal. What a good signing he is. In at number 4 is Piero Hincapié, and the reason why he's higher than Mosquera is because the fact that he's an invincible. The fact that he's rejected Tottenham, rejected all the other Premier League clubs to come to Arsenal. That for me just makes it a lot more worthwhile. There's talk that it's going to be like a 40 million with add-ons and a loan with obligation to buy, hence the 61 million fee. But overall, I think he's a fantastic player for Arsenal. A left back, left centre back, rapid, brilliant long passer, experienced, being an invincible. That's good for Arsenal. If you want to instill a winning mentality, you have to get players from the other top tier clubs like Bayer Leverkusen were and get the players over the line. This will help Calafiori, his load, avoid injuries. There's a chance that Marcel Skelly could go into centre midfield. This also paved way for Kivior to go on loan. And in fact, we may get like 20 to 30 million euros from Kivior next season. So overall, this does benefit both clubs. Leverkusen get a good fee. Arsenal get a good player. 23 years old. Can't complain. At number 3 is Martin Zubimendi. I wasn't sure about him being the replacement for the other players, but having watched him play for the first 3 Premier League games, this guy has potential to be elite. He is absolutely class. He was everywhere against Liverpool, making tackles, but the passing and dribbling attributes make him a top tier midfielder. We ain't seen the best of him yet. Yes, we signed him for 51 million, but he rejected Liverpool. He's been loyal to Sociedad, and he's finally got his move to Arsenal. A player that I look at as an upgrade on Thomas Partey. I think he's very good. Before he was announced, before Arsenal were signing him, according to a lot in the nose, I wasn't convinced because we needed strikers. But now we got everywhere filled up. Zubimendi is a brilliant addition. And yes, he is an upgrade on that number 5 who's at Villarreal. Just by the way he plays, his decision making, doesn't look tired on the ball. Yes, he's a brilliant signing for us. Number 2, it's Victor Gyokeres. And he's unlucky not to be number 1. But we needed a striker. We needed a bagsman. A guy with 70 goals last season. It had to be done. The way this guy pushed for a move to Arsenal makes me so happy. And honestly, I feel privileged to be talking about him as an Arsenal player. I think the transfer fee, all things considered, is very good. 50 million, 60 million. He pushed for that move. He rejected wages, bonuses to come to Arsenal, as Sporting were haggling and haggling and haggling. Also rejected Man United so easily, and he's going to be a striker. Once he eases himself in by January, he will be doing this celebration every game week. The reason why he's not number 1 is because of the next player. That is Eberechi Eze. Let it all work out. Hey, this guy, brother, the whole announcement, the whole aura around him, the contributions for Palace in helping them win the FA Cup. Best season last season. 27 years old, in his prime. South London born and bred. Yes! Rejected Tottenham, begging Arteta to let him come, and it's gonna work out for him. What a player he has been for Palace, and now he's going to be one of our big talisman. £60 million. We needed a left winger for Martinelli to be replaced, and we've got it over the line with a talented, proven baller who should be balling out in the Champions League, in the Premier League. Don't know why he didn't start against Liverpool. Yeah, that is all my incomings. Let me know what you think. Comment below, share, subscribe. Come on. In part 2, I'll talk about all the outgoings.